7:15 now. Next Saturday, July 28th, more than 200 swimmers will take the plunge all the way from Port Jeff, New York, and swim to Captain's Cove Marina in Bridgeport. Of course, it's for a great cause. It is the 25th annual St. Vincent Swim Across the Sound Marathon, a fundraiser to benefit cancer prevention and screenings. Now, here to tell us about it are two veterans. You guys are of the swim, and Andy Davis and Greg Sargent. So before we talk about the swim, though, let's talk about Ron Bianchi, because he's kind of a patriarch of it, isn't that right?
Yeah, he runs the swim. He's been an inspirational leader. He runs a great event, and you know, it's benefiting cancer patients and families throughout Connecticut. So they raise a lot of money, and we do it because it's fun.
Fun. No, and I'm finding out that it's what, 25K, something, 15 miles.
25K, 15.5 miles.
Oh my goodness.
Quite the distance.
A lot of people would be very reluctant to try to run that distance, let alone swim it. What are you up against? I mean, we were just talking off air on by the way, there's Ron Bianchi there on screen. And because he founded the event, isn't that right?
He did.
Co-founded?
He did. This is the 25th anniversary, and but the event takes in all kinds of participants. You can have people that participate in a 6-person relay, or you can have other people do the entire event solo by themselves.
You guys have done it solo, though, right? Or you're doing this solo, Greg?
I'm taking out the madness myself.
But you've done it before, haven't you?
I have not. Andy has done it twice.
Really?
So he's a 2-time solo crosser.
Okay, so when you're crossing Long Island Sound, that's a lot of salt water, not just to swim through, but perhaps to swallow along the way, especially, I'm imagining, if it's choppy out there. So talk about some of the physical challenges when you're doing that kind of, not that we want to deter anybody, but this is a pretty brave thing to be doing.
Yeah, no, my 2 experiences were good. You know, Greg's doing the training. He trains for it. He's prepared for it. I kind of view it as a good, long, brisk walk if you get the training in. But the things you run into, waves certainly, the wake from the ferry.
Oh boy.
You run into every half hour on the half hour, so that washes you around a little bit.
At least you know what time it is, right?
That's right, that's right. And jellyfish, too. You run into those going across the way. Maybe Greg, I think he'll be lucky this year. He might avoid them. But
dodging, huh? It's now, okay, so let's talk about the benefits, because this it benefits people with cancer and helps more than 20,000 people through more than 40 programs. Is that right?
That's right. This is an organization that puts money to work right in our local community. It's for folks who need any kind of financial assistance, either the victims or the families of victims of this terrible disease, and it's all local. So any money raised for this event is used right here in our local community.
Okay, and we have some pictures, I believe, of people on boats. I know we just saw a picture of people about to get into the water, and about 110 boats with boat captains keeping an eye on the swimmers, which I suppose is a good idea. So talk about this, how other people are involved, not just the swimmers.
And most of the relays most of the participants are doing relays of 6 people. So each person gets in the water 15 minutes every sort of hour and a half. You swim next to your boat, which is very safe. It's the right thing to do, and you know, it's a friendly competition. I think you've got, you know, some boats competing against each other to try and, you know, the older guys like us, seeing how we do against the high school and college kids, and it's run very well. There's a lot of safety. That's the first thing that the race directors think about, and we get to a big party at the end at Captain's Cove.
Let's get a picture of Captain's Cove. I think we have or a video of it. Obviously, some very happy people. I'm presuming that they have finished the swim here. How long does it take typically?
I would say a very fast race would be about 6 hours, and a slower race would be about 10 hours. So it's condition dependent upon tides and waves and wakes and jellyfish, etc. So roughly 6 to 10 hours. And it is a broad range because there is a broad spectrum of abilities and also conditions by year.
Okay. Now, this is next Saturday, so can people still sign up or get involved or make donations? How do they go about any of that?
Well, the donations are the main thing. You can go online to swimacrossthesound.org, I believe, and you can still make donations. I don't think they're taking any additional swimmers at this point, but go out to Captain's Cove and get inspired and see what these guys are doing, and you might want to do it next year.
Yeah, indeed, I would think, and I would think that it probably is a good idea to train up a little bit for it.
Definitely helps.
Okay. Well, we have the information up there on the screen. Saturday, July 28th. That's next Saturday. Starts at Port Jeff, ends in Bridgeport, and of course, if you need more information, there's the website right there, but also you can go to it through our website, WTNH.com. That's simple.